Hey everyone, how are ya? Happy Saturday. Um, I've had a pretty good day. Good start there. Can't even talk. Anyhow, I've had a pretty good day, and I think you understand why if you looked at the title of this video. I had an amazing time at an estate sale this morning, and I even went back this afternoon and found more stuff. But anyhow, I'm going to wait a little bit to go into it and see if anyone shows up. And if not, I'll keep it to myself. But I will let you know that my name is Gina. I am an online reseller, e-commerce reseller. I sell on eBay, Etsy. No, I took everything off of Etsy. Sorry about that. I sell on eBay, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, and Mercari. I also have an antique booth at a local antique mall. I live in a small town in south central Kansas, and buying opportunities are limited here. We have one main, I can't think today. I'm sorry. One main thrift store, and then a smaller one, a local one. The other's a chain, and you can probably guess what its first initial starts with G. And then we have 3 antique malls in town. And then outside of yard sales, garage sales, things like that, that's about all we've got. The closest, I don't normally stutter. The closest large city is about 45 minutes from here. That would be Wichita, Kansas. And if we want to do any really good thrifting, that's where we have to go. It's either that or go to Ponca City, Oklahoma, which is, so-so. That's about the same distance, but not as many opportunities. So, anyhow, that is a little bit about me and where I live. And, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started on my day today. So, a little bit of more background real quick. This small town that I live in, I'll just go ahead and say its name is Winfield, Kansas. It's a lovely town. But for some reason, when the weather gets hot, like it is right now, nobody wants to have garage sales. I don't quite understand what's going on. We haven't had very many garage sales for a few weeks now. Have plenty of them in May, things like that. But when it hits July, forget about it. So I got up this morning and thought, I'm going to go garage selling. And there just weren't any. I had gone to a couple of them yesterday, and that's about all that there were today, the same ones that I had already been to. So I decided, well, what am I going to do? And I decided to go to a neighboring small city by the name of Arkansas City. And no, it's not Arkansas, even though it's spelled Arkansas. It's Arkansas City. And so I went down there, not knowing really what to expect, but happily noted there were quite a few garage sales. Now, this is only 10 miles from Winfield, so why the big difference? Well, I found out after I had gone to a couple of sales, but this weekend they are celebrating the town's 150th birthday. So everybody's taking advantage of that event, that festival, to have a lot of garage sales down there. So that was wonderful. Well worth my drive down there. If I had just gone to one of the sales, I would have been happy because the first sale that I went to was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And sorry, I'm looking at my viewer count and I'm talking to myself, but that's all right. I can still be excited for myself. So anyhow, I went to this, it was an estate sale, indoor estate sale. Didn't know what to expect, hadn't seen an ad for it or anything. I just happened to see a sign with an arrow pointing that way. So I walk in and my jaw dropped. This estate sale was full of vintage items. Come to find out, the house had been unoccupied for 15 years, and it was an elderly person who lived there prior to that time. So I kind of went to town. The only thing that I didn't like about the estate sale at first was the fact that the majority of the items were not priced. And I hate guessing on what I'm going to end up owing. I like to know so I can strategize financially. So I went in there and just kind of was like, I'll pick a few things, and if the total is too high, I'll just leave them here. So I gathered up a few items and asked for a total, and the total was really low for what I had purchased or what I was going to purchase. And I was like, hey, maybe this is a good thing that they weren't priced. So I paid that price, and then I went to another garage sale. Very happy. I would have been happy had I not found anything else at any other sale. I went to another garage sale. And then I went back to the estate sale because it was in the same neighborhood. And I bought more things for an amazing, amazing amount. And then I was very happy because I knew I had some good things. And went on and went through the town and went to other garage sales, found a thing or two, not anything really great, but a couple of things. One thing for my sister. If she shows up in a little bit on this chat, she's not going to find out what it is because I'm not going to show it on here. But anyhow, so I'm done with all of the sales, and I toyed with going back to the estate sale before I left town. And I didn't. I decided, nope, you've been there twice. That's enough for anybody. So I came back home to Winfield, and I went to the local antique mall where I have my booth, and I know the owner. And I was telling her about this great estate sale. And I showed her one of the items that I had purchased, and she kind of got excited and worked it out with her partner that she could go down to this estate sale. Well, of course, I had to tag along because I had to tell her where it was. No, I couldn't have just told her what street it was on. But anyhow, so I tagged along, and I really honestly was just tagging along to see what she got. And I ended up with so much more, filled my car, which, okay, granted, my car's a hatchback, but still, I filled my car for very little money. And even though I knew when I was buying the items that I was making a good deal, I had no idea how good a deal I was making until I came home and started researching, which is what I did as soon as I got back into town and got everything moved from her vehicle to my vehicle, and then everything from my vehicle into my home. I started researching. What I have done now is I have started, not completed, 27 listings on eBay. All of the items are from this one estate sale. And this is not all of the items that I purchased. Some of the items I purchased for my own use. And I'll let you right now. I got a whole big box full of Revereware. Very happy about that. I can't remember exactly. I think I spent $10 on the whole box of Revereware. Like, I think 6 or 7 pieces plus lids. Perfect. So I got that for myself, and I got I never can remember, Sunbeam mixer, vintage. That's still out in the car. I haven't brought it in because it's mine. It works. I tested it. It's all included, including the manual. This guy took such great care of all of his things. It was amazing. So anyhow, I got that for $10. I'm keeping it. Maybe. I'll keep it for a while and then I might sell it. No, it's not, the KitchenAid that everybody wants, but I like this one better just because it's older. It looks cool. So yeah, those are the things that I ended up buying for myself. But the 27 things that I have listed, and a couple of them are multiple quantities. I don't have listed, I have drafted. And I'm trying to think what I want to say. I will let you know that of the 27 things that I have listed, I spent approximately $50. So keep that in mind. But anyhow, I'm just going to show you what I've got. 10 minutes in, and I don't see anybody in chat, so I'm just going to keep talking to myself. I'm fine with that. I hope you are too. So the first thing that I picked up, well, not the first thing that I picked up, but the first thing that I have listed is this set of 6 wooden salad bowls. That is not a spot, that is a knot in the wood. So real wood, but they're beautiful. They're in fantastic condition. I'm not sure they were ever even used, but I got 6 of those. I only wish that they would have had the large salad bowl, but beggars can't be choosers. I only spent about $2 on these. And I have them, hang on a second, I'll tell you how much I'm going to list them for. If my computer will. Yeah, $30. I'm going to list them for $30. So, not too shabby of a return on my investment. Anyway, so that's the first item. I've got them all over the place. You're going to see me turning my back a lot, but I'm just trying to hopefully have them all within reach. Okay. And I will admit I'm starting with the more mundane ones because I want the exciting ones to be last. All right. So I got that. And in the same bundle is this nice wooden nut bowl, divided nut bowl. It has nuts for the feet. I think that's so cute. Anyhow, it again looks fantastic. It's got a little bit of wear. You can tell that they used it for a nut bowl. But still, it's good size, good handle on it. Somebody will love it. And what did I end up paying for that? Oh, wait a minute. I told you the wrong price. This is what I'm selling for $29.99. And I paid $2.50 for it. The salad bowls I'm selling for $39.99. That's right. But again, $2.50 because I paid $5 for the salad bowls and the nut bowl. So that's the first thing. Right there, if I sell these for my asking price, just these 2 items for my asking price, it will cover everything that I bought. Okay? So basically, if I sell these 2 items, I have 25, not including the multiples, 25 other items that basically are free for me. So, not bad. Okay, what's the next thing? Like I said, I'm starting with kind of the mundane. I'm going top to bottom on my drafts, my most recent, the ones I did earlier today. And I did the exciting ones first, so they're going to be at the bottom. Anyhow, vintage paper coasters still in the package. Totally. Can't see what I'm doing. Ooh, there's the maker. Totally unopened. So, very mid-century paper coasters. There's 75 of them in this box. So I paid $1 roughly. I'm averaging because a lot of it was just lumped together and she gave me a price, but about $1. And I'm going to list them for $29.99. Keep in mind, I also have a 25% off sale going on. So they're actually going to be cheaper than that. Okay. Next thing. Oh, yeah. Something I always try to pick up. Oh, where'd they go? Okay. Is some vintage film. One's Kodak Kodachrome and the other's a generic color print film. I got both of these for $1 a piece, and I'm selling them for $15 each. One's 20 exposure, one's 24 exposure. Actually, I may alter that generic price a little bit, lower it down. But still, gives you an idea. Oh, I'm losing places to put these things. I guess the floor will have to do. All right. The other thing, I didn't even really know what it was, but I knew it was vintage. I knew the price was right, so I picked it up. Still don't exactly know what it is, but I'm not going to take it out of the package and find out because I'm going to sell it as new old stock. And this is Harry Carey brand Lindane Dry Vaporizer Insect Killer. It plugs in. I opened it up just enough to see that it has a plug. It plugs in. That's about all I know about it. So if you know anything about it, let me know in the comments. But I didn't see anything where it says I can't sell it because of chemicals or something like that. So I'm going to give it a shot, see how it does. I paid $1 for this, and I'm going to list it for $45. All right. And then where is it? Okay. Hang on a second. This is kind of heavy and awkward. But it is July, so Christmas in July, right? This is a vintage, there we go, vintage Christmas tree stand. Expands out. Whoop, too far. And it's got these really cool, wrong way, really cool legs. I think they're really neat. Anyhow, it comes, ow, pinch my finger. It comes with the original box, but the original box is extremely brittle. Extremely brittle. And I don't know yet whether I want to sell it in the box or not. The box actually doesn't seal anymore. And I'm afraid that if I ship it somewhere in the box, I mean, with another box around it, of course, that this box may disintegrate in shipping. So I don't know. I mean, I barely touch it and pieces fall off of it. So I think I'll probably ship it without the box and list it without the box. So, and I paid $4 for that. I'm going to list it for $29.99. Now, this is something that I bought on the first trip to the estate sale because I knew this was a good buy. I knew this was a good buy. I got a bunch of vintage Tupperware, but not just any vintage Tupperware. Let's start with the more mundane. I've got a salad Crispit lettuce keeper, complete with the spiky thing that goes in the bottom for the head of lettuce. You stick it on there. It seals. It's beautiful. It's perfect. There is no wear to it whatsoever. Love it. I paid a single price for the whole box, so I kind of divided it out. Let's say I paid $2.50 for it. I'm going to list it for $25. So 10 times what I paid. Okay. Next thing that I have is a set of, hang on here, the 5 nesting Tupperware bowls with lids except for the bottom one. I have a lid that was in the box, but it doesn't quite fit on here. So I'm just going to sell it as a 9-piece set. Again, pristine condition. Beautiful inside and out. Again, paid $2.50 for that, and I'm going to list that, and I've comped all these. These aren't just dream prices. I'm going to list that set for $79.99. This is what I think is cool. At least, for me. Okay. I don't know whether it's going to be for you guys, but I was thrilled that in this box of Tupperware was vintage Tupperware still in the original package. Still in the original package. These are the square rounds. There's 4 of them. They are the, mint green lid. I put down that I paid $2.50 for them. Going to list them for $29.99. $29.99. These are I think they're 5x5x2. Let me see. I believe so. I'm not sure. Because I have another set still in the bag. These are the pastel colored ones with the clear lids. Set of 4. Again, $2.50 I paid for them because I paid $10 for the whole lot. Hang on. I don't want this falling over. Okay. $2.50 for that. And I'm going to list them for $45. So, yay. Okay. This is kind of cool, but I'm a little bit disappointed because the manual is missing. Everything else is new in package, but the manual is missing. So I'm going to have to see if somebody can find it online. I don't know. But this is a Radio Shack Science Fair electronic organ kit. And it is really cool. I mean, I opened it up to check to see if all the pieces were there. And the pieces are still in their sealed bags. So you put this thing together and it creates an organ. I mean, you've got the keys to put on there, everything. And it even has a songbook. It has the songbook, but not the manual. So anyhow, there's the songbook. Pretty cool. Paid $1, and I'm going to list it for $30. They have gone for $50, but that's with the manual, so I'm listing it for $30. Oh, I still have to take photos of all these things, probably later tonight. So this may be a short video, especially since nobody's in here. Okay, and then kind of mundane, but I still think it's cool. I got a set of new old stock fabric napkins. They have a fringe on them with the matching coasters. Set of 8, same exact ones, still in the original packages. I thought that was really cool. Somebody's going to like them. And if they don't, I may keep them. Paid $1 for both together, and I'm going to list them for $25. All right. Now we're to something that I'm excited about, extremely excited about. I had no idea what I had. I'll admit it. I went with my gut on all of this stuff. I didn't look anything. Well, I looked one thing up. And that'll be the last thing I show you. But I didn't look these up. And this was on the first trip. I distinctly remember I picked up a stack of these, and I picked out these 2 to buy. And I don't know why I picked them out. Well, I do know why I picked one of them out. And I'll show you that in a second. Anyhow, I picked up a couple of EP 45s, extended play 45s, vintage. This one is Shorty Rogers, The Wild One, which is a Marlon Brando movie. I don't know what year. I don't see it on here, but it was a Marlon Brando movie. As you can see, he's on the cover. And this is an EP. It's got 4 songs on it. And the cover is in excellent condition. There is really no damage to the cover. And I want to be careful here. The record is also in absolutely excellent condition. You would be hard pressed to find a scratch. So, like I said, I just picked these out without even looking stuff up. Hey, Cameron, you finally. I've been talking to myself for 25 minutes. And you've missed such neat things that I got at this estate sale today. Dang it, dude. But I've got the best stuff still to come. So anyhow, I got this 45 EP for, at the estate sale. I went to one estate sale today, and I went 3 times, Cameron, to catch you up. It was like a time capsule. It was amazing. So anyhow, I got this, picked it up just because I found it was interesting. It caught my eye. I paid 50 cents for it, and they are selling for $45 online or on eBay. Good return, right? I was pretty darn excited about that, right? Until I researched this. And I don't know who these people are. I can look them up, but it's okay, Cameron. I'm just messing with you. But you did miss some really cool stuff. But anyhow, I picked up this Dave Brubeck Fantasy Volume 1 45 EP. Okay, the cover does have a little bit of damage. It is splitting right here. But that's about it. Okay, it's, 60 years old, probably 50 to 60 years old. Pretty darn good condition, right? Okay. Dave Brubeck, I found out in my research, died in 2012. And I guess he has quite a following. He's a jazz musician. And these are very popular. Okay. In my research, I haven't been able to narrow down an exact value for this item. But I guessed, I did an educated guess of what I would, and I put in what I would be happy getting for this. So anyhow, this is great, right? The record is also in fabulous condition. But what makes it special and what makes it rare and what makes it worth $130 is it's green. If it was red, it would be worth maybe $50, but it's green, so it's worth about $130. And I paid 50 cents. I kid you not, I have never in my life gone to an estate sale and left more excited, because this isn't even the best thing that I got. It's amazing. Okay, so catch you up real quick, Cameron, and whoever else might be in here. I spent a total. I bought some items for myself, so I'm not putting that money into this. I spent about $50 on everything that I'm showing, and it's over 27 items because I have some things that are multiples, but I have 27 listings from these things today. Okay, so I'm going to skip that. That's the next thing I have on my list. This was the first thing that I picked up on the first trip. Unassuming box. Has a little pull-out drawer. Paper. It says Florane on it. Florane. I picked it up, pulled the drawer out, and literally gasped because it was beautiful. Gorgeous. Have you ever seen a cake server more beautiful than that? Whoop. I don't think it was ever used. If it was only used once. It is gorgeous. See that etching on there? Gorgeous. And it has a lined box. It still has the original tag. Okay. He's so pretty. All right. So that's what first got me excited, because I found this and I didn't care whether it was worth anything or not. I just wanted it because it was pretty. I love pretty things. I'm a girl. What can I say? So anyhow, I spent $2.50 for it. I'm listing it for $60. Again, keep in mind that I have everything. Cameron, you're so funny. I have everything on 25% off, so the prices are actually going to be 25% off of what I'm saying. But still, okay. Not that exciting, but still kind of cool because it was new old stock. This house was like a museum. These are flamenco dancers. Flamenco. I gotta say flamenco, not flamingo. Flamenco dancer coasters, still packaged. I think I paid $1 for them. What did I say? Yeah, $1 for them. I'm listing them for $25. Because as you know, you can always lower your price, but you can't raise it once you sell an item. So, okay. I think these are cool. You may not. I don't care. This was also something that I picked up on the first trip of my 3 trips to this estate sale. Yeah. I picked up a flat worth of flatware, all mixed up, but I saw some pieces that I knew I wanted. So the whole box, so 2 different sets of flatware, not complete sets, but 2 different sets of flatware plus some other pieces that I don't even have drafted yet. Yeah, typical, right? Till you get to the handles, and it is, what is it? Echo Eterna Canoe Muffin. I can't find the camera, sorry. Canoe Muffin is the pattern model. These are teak wood, and I have 17 pieces. Unfortunately, I think I only have 1 knife. I may not even have any knives. I don't have any knives, but still, these go for some good money. So basically, let's say $250 I spent on these, and I'm listing these for $80, and I won't be surprised if they sell rather quickly. So that's one of the sets. And this is the other, again, I admit, partial set. Same style, different maker. These are Castle, made by Castle, but they're turquoise. Turquoise colored handles. And they're beautiful. And if they don't sell, I may keep them for myself. So $250 in, listing for $30. Okay, now these are the multiples that I have. And I'm going to admit, I didn't pay anything for these. She just threw them in. Probably because I had bought so much stuff. But I didn't see them the first trip. I didn't see them the second trip. I saw them the third trip. And I went, yeah, I think if they're cheap enough, I'll get them. Because I knew they were probably worth something. I didn't know how much they were worth. But this is a bolo for you. Folgers cans. Folgers coffee cans. These are the 16-ounce cans, plastic lid. And I've got a whole box of them, big box of them. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I have listed. I have a couple, or not listed, I have drafted. I have a couple that have the broken lids that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. And I have a couple with non-broken lids, the good lids, I already put in my antique booth. and I'm listing them for $25 each. Not going to get $25 each, but like I said, price high and you can take an offer. But they are selling for like $18 each for an old coffee can. And these are clean, no rust, no nothing. The only thing I had to do was wipe down the lid because they were covered in a layer of dust. And so I have, like I said, I have 6 to list, and I have probably 6 with issues, condition issues. And then I have a bunch of Hills coffee, which I haven't looked up. So I don't know if they're worth anything yet or not. But still, these were free, guys. These were free. So I like that. You're welcome. You are very welcome, Cameron. I had no idea. I thought they might be worth $4 or $5. I had no idea they were going to be worth $18. This, I was surprised this wasn't worth more. It's still worth a good penny, but I was surprised it wasn't worth more. And I did plug it in, and I did check it all over, and it works. It works perfectly. It's an electric clock, vintage, of course. This is it. Which, when I bought it, this is what I was buying. This is what I thought I had right here. It wasn't until I started researching it that I realized it projects the time on the ceiling as well. I think that's so cool. And it does. When I plugged it in, I turned off the lights in my office here, and it projected the time on the ceiling just fine. It is a what brand is it? High Time by Hoyle Products. But anyhow, I paid, again, these are guesstimations because it was sold, I bundled everything. I paid $2.50 for it. I'm listing it for $45. And we'll see what happens. I love that it projects on the ceiling, though, and I wish I could show you, but I can't. So let's see. Oh, then we're actually getting down to the nitty gritty, and you've got to wait for the last item. You just have to. Trust me, you will be mad if you don't. Again, this is what I bought on the first trip to the estate sale. Kind of boring, but I like them. These are elk horn or antler carving set. The clock makes the time fly. You're so funny, Cameron. But anyhow, I got this set. H. Boker and Company is the maker. Comes in its original box. I swear, this family, it was a guy who lived there last. Cameron. Anyhow, he took such great care of things. And this house sat empty for 15 years. And the most that there was a little bit of dust on things. No mouse droppings, no bug issues, anything like that. He kept an amazing house. So anyhow, listing this set for $65. And I paid $250. Yeah, $250. $65 into $250. I will take that. Well, the other way around. $250 into $65. I will take that. Another bolo, but I think most people know about this. Oh, Angie, I didn't see you. Hey, how are you? Most people probably know about this bolo, but I'm going to say it anyhow because this one paid off for me. Pick up scissors whenever you can, if they're old scissors. I did not look anything up. Well, I looked one item up while I was at the sale. The rest I didn't. And so I just, again, bundled. So I have maybe $1 into these. They are Wiss brand. And they are the utility type scissors because they've got the claw, or I don't know what you call it. serrated type of grip on it. So you can put like a bottle in there to open it. And it's got a bottle opener on this side. I paid $1 for this, best I can recall. And I'm going to list these, even with the condition issues where the paint is coming off the handles. I'm going to list them for $45. Oh, yeah, I don't know where Paul is. Oh, sorry. I got an itchy eye. I don't know where he is. He usually shows up, but he didn't this time, and that's fine. Okay, so now we're getting down to the 3 items that I geeked out about. Okay, I'll just say that. I geeked out about these items. The first thing is, I'm old, okay? Most of you aren't going to know what I'm talking about. Have you ever heard of the Radio Shack TRS-80? Well, this is software for the TRS-80 computer. It was 1980s when it came out. And this is a new sealed. Now, it's not, it's bridge, so it's not that exciting of a game. But still, it's a new sealed computer game from the 80s. That's pretty exciting to me. Angie, we're not old, we're vintage. But this was extremely exciting to me, right? There are very few of the games, any game, not just bridge. There's none of the bridge games listed, but there are very few of the cartridges listed in general. And I'm going to list this for $65. I paid $1 for it. Don't know if I'm going to get it, but I'm going to try because collectors love the old computer stuff. So I was extremely excited about this. I had a Commodore 64 too, Angie. I loved that thing. Loved that thing. And what was it I saw? Somebody sold a Zork game for Commodore 64, which I had that game. And they sold it. I can't remember how many thousands they sold that game for. I just read that today and I can't remember how much it was or anything, but yeah, I wish to God I still had my Zork games. I wish to God I still had my Commodore 64. I was a spoiled girl. Actually, my dad had an electronics store, so I got a lot of electronics. I was also one of those people, one of those kids who had every Atari cartridge because my dad sold them. Zork was great. You didn't have Zork? I played Zork a lot. It was a role-playing game, but it was all text. Like you would type in turn left, and then it would tell you what you see in text. And then you would say, open the treasure chest, and it would open the treasure chest and tell you what's inside, or it would say the treasure chest is locked. So simple. Nowadays, the kids would be so bored, but I was enthralled. I had all of the Zorks. I think I was 1 through 5. I had all of them. I had Zork and Ghostbusters. Those were the 2 Commodore games. All of the Zorks, but Zork and Ghostbusters were my games on Commodore 64. You have one? Oh, I thought I misread. I thought you said that you had one when you were a kid. Oh, wow. Wow, you have one. I would sell it altogether personally. But that's just me. I mean, it's really up to you. Check your comps, make your decision. The shipping might make a difference too. Although if I remember correctly, Commodore's keyboard, because it had no internal memory, really didn't weigh much. You have the tape deck too? Because that's cool. If you do. All right. I'm going to go on and read your answer when I see it. The second thing of my top 3 things, now it needs a little bit of cleaning, Not bad at all. In fact, I just knocked a big bunch of it off. But so that won't take but a couple of minutes. But in addition to the TRS-80 game, I got the TRS-80 cassette that goes with the computer. And it works. And it has all of the chords. And I'm stoked because these sell, well, let me tell you what I paid for it. $5? $10. No, I paid $10 for this. And they sell, no, I paid $5 for this. Sorry. I paid $5 for this and they sell for like $80. I was just, this is a blast from my past. I mean, I was a kid when these were out. Now, I had a Commodore instead of the Radio Shack version, which is what this is. But still, very cool. And the last item that I picked up, and by far the coolest item I picked up, a TRS-80. The actual TRS-80 Model 1, or yeah, Generation 1 computer. Now it's missing some of the cables. It does have the power cable. I plugged it in. It does turn on. I paid $10 for it, and I'm going to be listing it for $200. I actually thought it was going to go for more, but because I can't fully test it, I lowered the price. But yeah, so I got the computer and it's in like new condition. There's not a scratch on it. It's almost 40 years old. There's not a scratch on it. No, it is 40 years. Well, right at 40 years old. I mean, it even, and again, this is something else. Oh, I don't want to drop it. This is something else I'm going to have to clean up. It even has a dust cover. So for $16, I got the computer, the tape deck, and the game. It takes me back to what I said about your Commodore, that I would bundle it together. You do you, because I am not bundling these. Mainly because I can pretty much tell that the tape deck works, and I can't prove that the computer works. So I'm going to be selling it as untested. But yeah. This was all from one sale. One sale. And like I said, I kept a bunch of Revereware. I kept a Sunbeam mixer that I'm using for personal use. Some pens, vintage pens. I just picked up because you never know what vintage pens are going to be worth money, but this one's not one of them. But it didn't really cost me much of anything. But it's a Papermate flare. I remember using these. There's a few more pieces of Tupperware that I picked up that I have to decide if I can clean them. Some of them were kind of gross. Some Bic pens, old Bic pens, things like that I picked up. But it was amazing. And the thing is, if I were to sell everything that I have to list, everything I just showed you, again, paid about $50 for all of this. And at my full price before the discount, because I am running a sale, at full price, at listed price, it's over $1,300. With the 25% off sale, it is $1,000. And probably after fees, good old eBay fees and all of that, I'm going to clear at least $600 or $700. That's not bad for one estate sale. Basically, I'm going to be about 12 times my investment. And if I sell one of the larger items, I've paid for the entire lot. So I can't not complain about that at all. Anyhow, that's my excitement for the day. I want an estate sale like that every weekend. But I don't know where I would put everything because I don't know where I'm going to put all of this stuff once I get it photographed and listed. We'll see. I just couldn't believe, and this is another thing. Go back. If it's a good sale, go back. Because I went the first time, picked up a few things. Went the second time because I kind of do that when I go to thrift stores. I'll go around the store and then go around it again because you miss things the first time. So the second time I kind of thought I might pick up a couple of things, but I picked up a bunch. And the third time, I didn't think I was going to get anything because I was just going with my friend so she could get stuff. That's when I found the TRS 80 on the third trip. And I only found it, this is embarrassing. I only found it because someone else picked it up off of the floor, took the dust cover off and went, "Oh, this isn't a typewriter." And I went, "No, it isn't." And then I stood there and stared at him, willing him to not buy it himself. And as soon as he hit me back down, I grabbed it. And then I went to the lady and I'm like, "How much?" And it went out the door. I said, "I'm good for it. This is my third time in here. Let me go put this in the car." So I went and put it in the car. And then I came back and paid her and still found more things. So don't be afraid to look multiple times at sales if it's a good sale. So wow. Angie, that's amazing. I would love to be given a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I mean, you could start off with it being bundled together, see if there's any interest. As long as everything's in working condition. Like I said, I'm selling the TRS 80 for parts, or I would probably be able to get $500 or $600 for it. But I'm still happy with a $200 return on it. Oh, heck, I'll be happy with the $150 return on it. So, yeah, I'm actually kind of feeling overwhelmed at the moment because even though I've already started all of the drafts, I still have to put in all the dreaded item specifics. And I want to put in as many as possible because then I don't get the message from eBay going, "You need to add item specifics." Figure I can cut them off at the pass. But yeah, I mean, I say the TRS 80 is my favorite thing. And it probably is. But the Tupperware is really cool too. I love the fact that I was able to get Tupperware from the 70s and 80s still in the package. Totally unused. That's so cool. I mean, how often does that happen? Most people buy their Tupperware and start using it. But this is not. And it's cool. And then the set of nesting bowls, complete set minus one lid. That's very cool. Yeah. So, yep. Here's some of the brand new Tupperware. Well, brand new old Tupperware. And the nesting bowls, full set. It's missing the bottom lid, the biggest lid. But other than that. Now, these aren't new. These have been used, but they're in excellent condition. And, yeah. And since you guys came in after I started this, I'm going to show you a couple things here if things don't start falling over. Because I want to know if you guys know anything about this. And I think that Cameron left again, or he's just listening. But I don't know if you know what this is. Oh, you got some neat blankets? What kind of blankets? Anyhow, this is an insect killer. Vintage, new old stock. But I know nothing about it. Oh, Afghans. They're Afghans, Cameron. I will tell you that I have 2 huge totes full of Afghans, and I cannot sell them. So if you sell yours quickly, you tell me the secret because I cannot seem to sell them. I've sold a few of them, but I've had them for like over a year, year and a half. I don't know what's going on, but I can't sell them for nothing. I figure this fall I'll put them in my antique booth. They might sell better when somebody can actually look at them and feel them and, see whether they're soft or scratchy or whatever. But I wish you luck on that. So, but yeah, this I'm going to do. I've done some research on it because I wanted to make sure that it was still legal to sell. But as far as I can tell, I don't think it's chemical. It's chemical, but not chemical. And it says kills insects by vapor action, automatic, odorless, clean. A new development of modern chemistry. I don't know. It's a Lindane dry vaporizer. I don't know. I kind of want to take it out of the box, but I kind of don't because I want to be able to sell it as new old stock. And it's definitely new old stock because it's still all packaged up. So, pretty cool. I love old things. My friend, who I took there for my third trip, well, I didn't take her, she drove, but I told her about it. She bought 3 very cool lamps. I don't sell the big items, and she can because she owns the antique booth or antique mall. So she bought 3 really cool lamps, 3 really cool lamps. And she bought, and I'm jealous of her, and I should have asked about it, but I didn't. As we were walking out, we walked out of the house so many times and then went back in. But as we were walking out, she saw a TV tray, and I had seen it, just a single TV tray. And I had thought about it because it had a really cool design on it. It was, the old metal ones, and it was orange, and it had like teapots on it. It was very, very mid-century. And I thought about getting it. And then I was like, well, what am I going to do with it? And I thought, well, I can put it in the antique booth, but my antique booth's pretty full right now. And I talked myself out of it. She saw it, and she loves orange, so I knew she'd be interested in it. And when she asked the lady about it, the lady had told her that she had more of them. So she was able to get 3 of them, actually. If I'd known there were multiples of it, I might have bought them too. But anyhow, so she got those. She was very happy. She got a lot of stuff too. And, I had already been there twice, and I had already found everything I thought. But I want this kind of an estate sale every weekend. Please. Please. So, anywho, that is about it. And I'm probably, well, that's true. I know I can remove it from the box. I don't know yet. I don't know. I could, just say open box too. I mean, I don't like misrepresenting things. I'm real careful about that. But, I have a question. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to stay live very much longer because I want to get this stuff listed, and I can't do it while I'm doing a live. My productivity speed just tanks when I'm doing a live. So I really need to concentrate on that tonight. Excuse me. And I'm missing my high school reunion tonight. And I live in the town where it is, but I just didn't feel it. Didn't feel it tonight. I'd rather spend time with you guys. But here's my question for you. I received a message from a buyer yesterday. He had bought a backpack from me. And when he got it, he said the zipper was broken. Okay. It very well could have been. I don't think it was, but it very well could have been. I can't prove that it wasn't. I remember when I bought it, it was not broken, but I didn't check it when I packed it up. I don't know how it would have gotten broken being stored in a box, but I can't say it wasn't. So anyhow, he messaged me. He was actually very nice, and said, what can we do about this? And I responded with, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Can you take pictures of the damage for me? Because I always ask for pictures. They don't have to provide it. Candy, how are you? They don't have to provide photos. They're not required to, but I always like to ask. And if I get photos, then I can determine whether it's damage that could have been done here that I just missed. Anyhow, so I said, I'm so sorry. Can you take pictures of the damage? And I said, can you tell me, or does it look like the box was tampered with in any way? Now, I didn't say that I wasn't believing him. I didn't say that I wasn't going to refund him. I didn't say I was, but I didn't say I wasn't. I responded kindly, supportively, but just asked for photos. And I haven't heard anything from him since. He has not opened up a return. He hasn't done anything. And I can't decide whether I want to contact him. And I know don't poke the beast and all of that. But I kind of want to be proactive because I don't want to charge back. I would rather refund him than have a chargeback. I don't know. So what do you think it's a scam? No, he didn't reply at all. If he had replied, Cameron, and been all defensive, I would have known it was a scam. But he didn't reply at all. I don't know whether it was a scam, and since I didn't just immediately refund him, he gave up. I don't know. He did not have a lot of feedback, but it was all positive. I think he's had 16. He has 16 stars. He's not new. I mean, it's not a brand new account, but it's not a huge account either. It was not a huge purchase. So if he reaches out to me, I don't mind refunding him. I mean, it happens. But it's just weird that he didn't get back with me. It's been over 24 hours. So you think that I should just leave it alone, see what happens? I was leaning towards that. I hate not having it resolved. I'm one of those that likes to tick off all the boxes, and that just sitting out there waiting for it to attack me. It just bugs me. So I don't know. I will leave it alone. Since you all say leave it alone, I'm going to leave it alone. And I will let you know next week what happens, if anything. But, so yeah. So I have 27 things to list. Well, to finish listing and photograph. And right now I have so many of my things actually inside my light box. I have to move everything out. And so I can take some photographs. Oh, I want to show you guys these. And I apologize if I showed them to you. I know I did show them. I did. But anyhow, these are two of those oil cans, thumb press oil cans that I got at the auction last weekend. And I got them all cleaned up. This one cleaned up really well. Got them all cleaned up and listed. And they're going for like $15 a piece. So if you'll remember, I bought a whole box of things, whole flat of things for $1. Okay, works for me. It's been a good couple of weeks. Pretend it was just a dream. Okay. I am going to get to work, Cameron. I am. That's the hardest thing for me is how to sign off on these. But I'm going to. And it's been right at an hour, so that's good. Cameron, don't be late again. I'm just kidding you. But watch the beginning of the video so you can see everything that I got because it's just really cool stuff. Really cool. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I appreciate it because I know summertime people are out and about, and you chose to come listen to me prattle on for an hour. All right. I will see you guys next Saturday. Hopefully, I will be telling you what of these 27 things have sold. But until then, you guys take care, work hard, and you are worth it. Everything. You are worth it. We'll see you later. Bye.